MFG Productions.
That's when I should have been getting Bible verses. When I was reckless and feeling invincible. Dangerous combination.
I see you shining, nigga.
And this was way before anybody started dying. It took the death of everything around me for me to finally chill out and isolate. That makes me think about the second question. How do you find yourself? I'm lost, someone asked me. When I was at Zach's funeral, the pastor was speaking, and she said, don't quote me on this because I don't read the Bible, but I kind of know some of the shit that's in there. She said, when I was a child, I spoke as a child, I thought as a child, I reasoned as a child, but when I became an adult, I put away childish things. That's when you got lost. You put away your childish things. I used to dance, I used to paint, I used to draw, I used to sing, I used to do karate, I used to run track, I used to play ball, I used to do a lot of shit. You don't do nothing no more. Why not? I don't have time for myself. Who I sound like right now? The person I'm speaking to. Listen to the psychology of what you made yourself believe. I don't have any time. How do you not have time for the thing that you exist as? You exist. You walk around as this, and you don't have any time for it. How is that possible? When people tell me that, I tell them you sound like a parent that doesn't want to play with their kid. Daddy tired. Daddy don't feel like it. Daddy gotta work in the morning. Go ask your mother. And then you ask your mother, she tells you to go ask your father. Nobody wants to play with you. People's problem isn't that they're lost. You don't want to look at yourself. It's a combination of that and caring so much about what people think of you.
I told you, I didn't get a new daddy. I didn't get a new mama. What changed? I changed. And I stopped being a victim. I stopped saying I've got to wait for good things to happen to me. And I said, I'm going to grind. I'm going to fight. I'm going to work. I'm going to press toward. I'm going to learn. I'm going to do everything in my power. Every single day, I'm going to do everything in my power to become a victor and not a victim. Now, let me say this before I move forward. And I can't explain it, but you better feel me. Winners win and losers lose. I can't explain it any better than that. I don't know how it happens, but winners win. And if you create a culture of losing, if you keep being a victim, if you keep letting losing happen to you, if you keep letting people do you and treat you any kind of way, it's going to become a culture.
I can't say that I want to. I still say it now. It's not too late to quit, but it's harder to live. It's easy as fuck to die. Try living. You might like how it ends up. But yeah, on any given Sunday, shit can get dark. Yeah. I'm in a different place, Vladdy. You know, thinking about it. But when the question is asked, I can look back and see that dark Brad in those chambers back there in my mind. Like,
yeah. Well,
I realize it's not too late to quit. It's never too late to quit.
Well, you've done songs about it and everything else like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've written songs in the second person talking about myself. So, songwriter for your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're glad you're still here.
I'm glad I'm still here too, man, because who knows how this shit would have turned out if I would have walked out of here at 14.
All right, depression is a tricky one. Depression is a lot of times just a chemical imbalance, which can have a lot to do with how you eat. Also, finding something you're really good at and focusing on that. People who suffer from depression, if they can become more selfish, which I hate to say it, when you can become more selfish, it helps you moderate depression. When you're a person like me, like I went through my stint where I was like 6 years, I was selfish as fuck, and I was just fantastic. And then overnight I decided, well, I can't be selfish. I should be like a giving person, because I thought it was a normal thing to do. And hence the depression set in. Because if you can't make the people happy, then you don't know how to go back to being selfish. Because then you don't feel right. Because it took a lot of me changing to become a selfish person. Wasn't comfortable with it, but it was cool. Because I was able to basically be by myself. One of the easiest ways for me to be selfish is just be by myself.
And I see that smile, that's a smile of a genius. That's a smile of geniuses that figured it out. Yo, you figured it out. Don't nothing bother me no more. Don't nothing bother me except what you smiling about, because you know. Not only do you know, you experiencing the truth right now. You in it. While everybody else is fussing and fighting. That's why I don't talk. That's why I don't have shit to say. If human beings were all the same shade of blue, you would still find reasons to separate and segregate yourselves. You would still figure out some way to take each other's lives. That's why I don't say shit. I don't give a fuck who president. I don't care who in office. I don't care about nothing, yo. All I care about is, what do you know right now? You know something. You know something. You're a genius. That's what that smile means. That smile means I figured it out and I can't say a word. That's what I see when I look at them pictures.
From darkness to light, from like hell to heaven, depression to happiness. It literally was a way out. Like I wrote, and even the songs that didn't make the album, but definitely songs that made the album, I'm writing my way out of a negative place, a darker place. And when I say darker place, it's like there's no suicidal thoughts, but you're talking to a person whose mind was strong. Like I'm dealing with a mind state that I never had to deal with before, which is like fighting all these negative thoughts. That's the dark place I'm talking about. Like self-confidence kind of shattered, you know what I mean? And like trying to fight against that, writing my way out of it, you know what I mean? And just this whole album was writing my way out of that place.
The only advice I could ever give someone in this situation is deal with it. And as cold as I know that probably sounds, it's like, what else are you gonna do? I can't lie to you and say that you're gonna be okay, because maybe you won't. Definitely can't tell you you're gonna get over it, because this shit does not go anywhere. The only thing that you can do from here on out is figure out the best way to live with the new shit that you feel. For me, that process started by isolating myself from everything. And of course, nobody thought that was a good idea. As a matter of fact, according to them, that was like the last thing that I should do. Everybody felt like what I needed was to be around people. My problem with that was, I get that you care about me and you want me to genuinely be okay, but nobody is going to be as real with me as I am with myself. And whatever it was that I needed wasn't going to come from anybody but me. So separating myself from outside influence was the only way for me to begin to understand me. I just needed a quiet place to think. And I made that quiet place my mind. A place that I was already lost in. So the best way to understand something, to truly understand something, is to spend time with it. So that's what I did.
You know what's so funny? We want people to make guarantees to us, but we're not willing to make guarantees to ourselves. No, bro, I'm gonna say it again. Like somebody gave you a guarantee, $30, 30-day guarantee. In 30 days, if you don't make what they told you was gonna make, in 30 days you got an attitude, you want your money back. But you've never demanded your money back from yourself. You've never looked at yourself in the mirror and said, you let you down. Until you get to that point, you let you down. I let me down. And when you get to the point where you can say you let you down, I don't care. Listen to me, no disrespect. I don't care about Glenn. That's not why I do what I do. And I love Glenn. I don't come here and do what I do so Glenn can affirm me, so he can give me a pat on my back. I care more about me than I care about what Glenn thinks about me.
June 23rd, 2019. It would be considered a normal day to some, but as for myself, it's considered the day that remotely changed my life. That day was the day that I was fully committed to committing suicide, taking my own life. I wrote my suicide note that I left for my family, and I was legitimately on my way to being checked out of here. But the one thing that the whole experience taught me is that I'm actually happy that I didn't go through with it. I know I'm going to live with depression for the rest of my life, but this goes for any and everybody that is going through depression or going through it. Just because you're in this position now doesn't mean that it's the end for you. I know for a fact that I'll never be the same person that I was before the military, and that's okay. I'm just content with being the person that I am now and learning how to live and appreciate the person that I truly am. And one of the things that the whole situation has taught me is that even though you may be going through it, you ask God to persevere, you ask God to push you through. You have your family and your friends that are there for you to lift you up when you're down. And you ask God to persevere for you through it all. And you have to keep one thing in mind, most definitely, that even though these things may be going on, it's not the end. It's only the beginning.